Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Ranger. So in the last part we managed to finally cure the we finally managed to cure that Charizard. And now as we continue our way to the Ranger to the Gomok squad of Ranger base. Now that other Ranger Freddy said that it was impossible for you to be able to. It was essentially impossible for you to scale across a waterfall. Well, not unless if you just have one Tangela. Yeah, you see, the game wants you to get two Tangelas before you even think about crossing that waterfall. And they do put as many Tangelas as they can possibly put here. So it's not like you're really gonna run out of Tangelas anytime soon. But anyways, as we go over here, yeah, like I said before, yeah, there was an area where we can actually get our very own Magikarp, as our friend. Well, this right here is the area where we can actually have our very own Magikarp as our friend. Yeah, but it's practically worthless in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, considering, yeah, with its Poke Assist, it's the only one that only lasts about 6 seconds of its effectiveness time. But anyways. Now, as you go across here, now they actually do put this little ledge here, just in case if you don't. Now they actually do put a ledge here so that you can fall to, just in case if you just happen to not get yourself a second Tangela for this. So they at least are very thankful for that. But now, as soon as we hit ourselves very close to the base, Aria gets a separate message from Alita. Ditto, sorry, I have to return to Wintown immediately. Alita needs help, but because there aren't enough rangers available. Besides, you can manage quite fine by yourself now. You've become that good. I'm sorry, but I'm going now. Please, be careful. Yeah, I do most likely about Aria. But anyways, now as we scale this mountainside, once again, just like we're scaling the mountainside back in the Olive Jungle, we once again have to deal with Glygars. But thankfully, they also put that little ledge right there, just in case if we just happen to fall. Oh yeah, and that's your only time that you're ever gonna see Sparrows outside of the Ringtown Challenge. Yeah, that's your only time that you're ever gonna see Sparrows outside of the Ringtown Challenge. Yeah, although it is still impossible for you to get a Sparrow as your friend anyway. So I don't get why they put Sparrows right there, just to freaking tease us. Tease us for the fact that we cannot have Sparrow as our friend. But anyways, yeah, with this grunt, yeah, he essentially just showed us where exactly the actual entrance to their base is indeed located. Yeah, it's literally right underneath this boulder here. Yeah. Yeah, that is surely something, huh? But anyways, then when we start interacting with it, there's something sticking out of the front of the boulder. It should be easier to see from the front. Yeah, we can only enter the base from the front side. Sorry. Kangaskhan, would you please move? Guys, can you please move? I want to interact with it. Thank you. There's an odd bump on the front face of the boulder. We want to try pushing it? Well, we're going to have to anyway. But, of course, since this is going to be a new area, which means we're going to be releasing our Pokemon now. So long, Kangaskhan. So long, Raichu. So long, Sneasel. You're practically worthless. And bye-bye, Shiftry. And now it hits itself into the Go Rock base. And immediately since we enter, we see Chris. You made it. Good. Spencer is here. Spencer is here somewhere. Follow the plan. You create diversion and go deep. So confusion among the go rock squad. Avoid glowing red sensors. Triggering one will send you back here. Be careful. Are you surprised to see Silent Chris talking so much? Maybe. I talk when I need. I get tongue-tied around Elita though. Yeah, now we get the real reason as to why he's called Silent Chris. Because he gets tongue-tied. Because he may have feelings for Elita. Yeah. But anyways, now as he said about the red sensors, yeah, and it's something that we're going to be going through with these very first 3 areas off of this base. Yeah, now you see right here? Yeah, now we have these sensors are going to continuously turn on and off again. And as you'll see within this room, the sensors actually turn on and off in a very particular pattern. So essentially, if you want to avoid triggering the sensors, definitely memorize the pattern. Oh, otherwise that will happen. What are you doing here? Intruders aren't allowed. And we're immediately back here. Sneak into our base, will you? Out you go! Yeah, he doesn't take us out of the base. Instead, he just brings us back to the beginning of it. Yeah, I don't get why he doesn't just send us out of the base and just lock it. I mean, they don't. Yeah, I don't get why they don't even bother locking the freaking door to the freaking base to actually avoid like intruders from sneaking in here. I mean, I'm just saying. Well, and also at the very least, I got to show off what it's like if you just happen to trigger any one of the sensors. But anyways, everyone, yeah, like I said, these sensors are on. They actually go on and off on a particular pattern. So, so long as you know what their patterns are, then you shouldn't be able to trigger them once. Yeah, then you should be fine with not triggering any of them. Yeah. And if you are really quick on your feet, you can actually get by a whole bunch of them in a row. But anyways, and with that, now that we've got past all those sensors, and as we enter here, now we are essentially locked in. Meaning we cannot go back out until we are done clearing out the base. But anyways, and now we have a bunch of warp panels, which will take us to multiple areas where we're going to be utilizing even more warp pads. And of course, since we are in the evil team's base, which means we are going to get ourselves into a bunch of battles against a bunch of the members here. And we also going to be finding a few Pokemon that we have not seen yet in this game. Yeah. And the first one actually being Ralts, which essentially acts very similar to its pre-evolution Kirlia, which Ralts will just keep on utilizing Teleport, and nothing much else to it anyway. But anyways, now we enter here. And yep, go Rock Squad battle time. I don't like the looks of you. What's the password? There's a password. What's that? Find the toenail clippers? What are you going on about? I don't think we really said that, but whatever. But anyways, and now we're taking on a few Zubats, and the very first time encountering a Swalot. Now, Swalot here is saying. Now, I would say Swalot is essentially a more sturdier and slower version of Muk, where he not only takes more loops in order for not only takes more loops than Maka to get, and also he moves slower than Mach, and also he doesn't leave a trail of sludge like Muk does. So I would say, yeah, Swalot is essentially a more easy. I would say Swalot is an easier version of Muk. So yeah. Anyways, now as we just continue ourselves along here, and we now have this girl. Why? Why is there a ranger here? Because your security sucks. But anyways, now we're going to be taking on a Pinsir, a Scyther, and a Heracross. Now, with Scyther jumping around like that, I think I definitely need to utilize my discharge here, just to, yeah. Okay, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'll take care of Heracross and Pinsir first. Yes, yes, both of them are here. And, oh, god damn it! Oh, Scyther! Why didn't you have to move as soon as I was about to get, as soon as I was about to be done with that? Jeez. Well, at the very least, I managed to get Scyther but before even getting Pinsir. Yay, even after that. Yeah, at least I managed to get them even after that. I guess that's worth something. Oh, this means more demerit points. I'm in so much trouble. Yeah, I bet you are indeed. But anyways, okay, now, yeah, there's someone else over there, so now why don't we have ourselves over here? And now we have ourselves in this room. And now we made ourselves a commander with 2 Mankeys. Finally, our time has come. Our new styler is finished. Yeah, the ultimate styler. Using that outrageous new styler, the Golem squad can now capture any Pokemon, whether they like it or not. Every Pokemon in the world will now do our every bidding. And it is not just the 2 Mankeys that he sends out at us. He also has a freaking Golem at us too. Now this one can definitely be troubling considering how the Mankeys behave. And also considering how many loops it takes for you to be able to get the Golem. Yeah, this one can definitely be something else to be desired. Yeah, it can, yeah. I would say this fight is definitely one of the more trickier ones to go through. Yeah. Anyways. Okay. Okay, tire yourself out. Damn it, Golem! Ah, damn it. Ow. Excuse me. Oh, damn it! I almost got the Mankeys again. Yeah, just need to make sure I can lure you guys away. Okay, right there. Okay, there we go. Finally. Okay, there we go. I got one. Okay, now as for you, yeah, I'll get you next. There we go. Okay, now we can simply just focus on the Golem. And gotcha. Alright. Okay, that one was definitely something, but at least it's done. Still on Mankeys and Golem. I'm not suited for the field of battle. I will withdraw into my lab and concentrate on creating the perfect system. But you're not gonna be doing that, are you? But anyways, and now here's where we have our next recharge Pokemon, Electabuzz. Now, Electabuzz, he definitely takes the most loops out of all of the Pokemon that can do recharge. Well, aside from one other Pokemon, but that is one that we cannot utilize whatsoever. Yeah, but he definitely takes the most loops to get. But anyways, hey, it's you again. You remember me, don't you? Yep, here we go again. Yep, here we have the same guy who, like before, who got himself the Politoed, and also the free Slugmas. But this time, he sends in a Mr. Mime, a Ludicolo, and a Makuhita. Now, the Makuhita really isn't all that troubling. It's just really the Mr. Mime creating the barriers, and Ludicolo utilizing those annoying as music notes. So I would say once you take care of at least one of the 2 annoyances, Oh god, freaking Ludicolo, you just had to utilize your music notes right there. Okay, yeah, I definitely take too much damage, so, yeah, Magneton, have me recharge. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, yeah, it's essentially come down to the 9th mission in the game, where I am now utilizing not only my partner's discharge more, and is where I am also utilizing my recharge during battle, huh? Yeah, the 9th mission, huh? Yeah, but anyways, next we go down here. Here's where we get our first encounter with Swampert! Now, Swampert, I would say, is definitely a lot more aggressive than Marchstomp, considering that he will constantly just utilize that Hydro Pump attack, even way before you even get close to actually getting him. So, yeah, and considering with how many loops it takes for you to be able to get him, yeah, I would say Swampert is definitely a lot more aggressive than Marchstomp. Although he doesn't utilize his attacks more than Marchstomp does, but his attacks are definitely something else to be desired. But anyways, now we have this area with ourselves another Ralts and another from with another Ralts and another Magneton, and we also saw there a Mankey. Now, yeah, I would say the Mankey's there just to be. I would say the Mankey's there just to be of an annoyance. Yeah, honestly, yeah, the Mankeys around here, they're more so really are just gonna be a nuisance more than anything. Yeah. But anyways, oh yeah, but that warp essentially just takes us back here again. Well, at least you see where the actual warp points actually go. Okay. Oh god. No, Mankey, don't follow me! Shit. Okay, yeah, I probably should have taken the warp if I knew that Mankey was gonna follow me all the way there. Yeah, if I knew the Mankey was, if I actually remembered that the Mankey would actually follow me that far, I would have taken, I would have, most likely would have taken the warp pad. But anyways, yeah, now I may as well just go back to where I was before. Now, oh yes, right, and there's also that Wurmple there too, which, I don't know why that Wurmple's there, really. When, at this point in the game, Wurmple's not exactly going to be that really helpful anyway. Yeah, I'm just saying, that Wurmple's not exactly going to be the most reliable source for you to find. But anyways, now I believe I took that warp over there, but I haven't taken the warp for this one. Okay, here we go. Now we have 2 warps here, and another one over to the right. Okay, yeah, I'll go for this one first. Okay, oh, I see a Pokemon. And it is... Yep, now here's where we get our first encounter with... Blaziken! Now, Blaziken definitely moves a hell of a lot more fast than Combuskin. And they will utilize that Blaze Kick. Yeah, especially whenever he feels like it. Yeah, just so he can get himself out of your capture loop. And speaking of getting out of your capture loop, Blazikens are also known for their high jumping abilities, and which they can easily get themselves out of your capture loop as well too. Yeah, so yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that when you're battling a Blaziken. But anyways, now we're done with that. Yeah, now I'm gonna go backwards. Now we are gonna take that left. Now we're gonna take the left warp. Yeah, since we haven't seen where this goes yet. Okay, yeah, and then essentially this takes us to this room where we have two more. Okay, hang on, let me go back. Yeah, I'll go back there in just a moment. Yeah, I'm gonna go down the warp panel over in this room is where I did not go to. Okay, it just leads me to here. You're gonna lose, you know. The headquarters assigned us with terrifically tough Pokemon. Well, did they really give you terrifically tough Pokemon? considering it's Slakoths, the only thing they're really good for is scratching. And not only that, they're honestly really simple enough to get, so yeah, are they really terrifically tough Pokemon? So long. I wish they assigned us tougher Pokemon. Oh yeah, now you wish for that. Yeah, now she wishes for that. Okay. Now, once again, okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything else to here, so, okay, now let us go back to where we were. Okay, now let's go back to where we were before. Oh yeah, right. Oh yes, right. Oh yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, sorry. Not here. Yeah, the warp over to the left here. Yeah, that's where we were before when I decided to go backwards. But with that said, yeah, I feel like I've done more than enough for this one. And so with that said, we shall continue on for the next part. And so, until the next part, I'll see you guys next time.